Okay, it's been several days since I've been out in the greenhouse. I've been under a deluge of rain, multiple inches here in the last few days. Wanted to get back out and just give an update, show what's going on. I've had a few changes. As you can see, had a lot of tomato sets here. I believe this is a yellow colossal. The tomatoes are just now filling out from the plum shape, and they will form a round shape in time. It just takes them a while. But there's multiple tomatoes on that plant, probably 10 or so. I'm not quite sure whether this is a German yellow or a red, although I think I see some tinges of yellow forming, which would indicate that it's a German yellow. One of the things I wanted to show is that the clones that I started, for some reason, have not had very good luck. This was a green emerald dwarf and successfully rooted, but has since being planted has just dwindled. Really have not had that problem before, and I don't know what the cause is, but I'll be investigating. The one next to it, same thing happened, was much taller, and just a little bit of green remains on top. Here's another of the green emeralds. Same thing occurred, just not a happy plant, and suspect it's not going to make it either. Otherwise, I've been picking some of the let's see, this is a NBD, New Big Dwarf, a pink tomato, although they haven't acquired really great typical size. These are about the size of a tangerine, perhaps. They get much bigger than this, but I'm wondering if it's just due to the season that we're in, they haven't achieved that typical summer growth pattern yet. But again, I have maybe 10 or 12 of those tomatoes on this one vine. Moving on down, this has probably been one of my most prolific vines. It's a San Marzano Italian tomato, plum tomato, famous for all of the Italian pasta sauces. And this vine, although it looks very scraggly, just continues to produce. This one vine has maybe 15 tomatoes. You can see that they have a reasonable size, although I think they'll get larger. But extremely productive plant. The one next to it has maybe 12 or so tomatoes on it, so between the two of them I've got maybe 30 tomatoes set, and they should start to ripen here before too long. In distinction, here is another clone that I started with those green emerald dwarfs, which have since withered. This one seems to be doing fine. In fact, has a pretty large tomato set on it, which actually occurred while the bloom and fruit set occurred while it was still in the water bath before I'd even planted it. This has continued to develop and is reaching a nice size, and I think will continue to ripen without further event. The plant looks in much better shape, and I think this is going to be a survivor, whereas the green emerald dwarfs withered and are dying. Could be it's just the type of tomato that determined the success of this plant and the failure of the green emerald dwarf. But I'm going to continue to watch that. Kind of intriguing. Again, this is the first time I've had that actually occur, where I've had a successful transplant and then the clones withered and died. I really don't have an explanation for that, but if I figure it out, I'll have to bring you up to date on that.